We've lost connection. We ain't been right since COVID, man. We don't talk, we don't interact, we don't chit-chat no more. We don't even like talking on the phone. We get mad if the phone rings. The phone that was invented for talking. You get mad. Oh, hell no. You got to text me first. Don't just be calling me. Give me a sneak preview of the conversation. And then I will decide if this conversation requires a human connection. I remember a time in the stores, man. We used to have greeters in the store. Every store used to have a greeter. They used to have people at the front door of the store whose only job it was to just say hello. Connection mattered to companies, and it was extra special if you went to the store and you was black, because they had an employee that would follow you around. We was connected.
Your Morning Blitz begins now.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, right out
Happy
the gate.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. 2 scoops. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
Oh, it's your birthday, Thick Rick.
yes, it is.
Here you go.
No, what are you doing?
It's just baked goods.
I know, but you're not
and
supposed
it's not
to
even
do
very
anything.
many at that. It's just a little showing of my love for you, Thick Rick.
Okay, and on the container here.
The container is repurposed from Christmas.
Yes, but you made a cover for the container that
I did.
says, like, it's printed out, Happy Birthday 2 Scoops, with a picture of, I guess, a caricature of me holding a bass that I've caught. You know, my poles.
It's the young version of you with no facial hair.
Yes. And it says you're the best.
You are the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was just a little making of some Rice Krispie treats. I doubled them up so they're big ones.
I can promise you Heather will steal one of those.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
one of them is for Heather.
Well, thank you.
I see you got a massive case of brownies over there.
Ronnie Hunter left me those.
Oh, is she the best? Oh, my gosh. She really put in some effort there. That's a nice tray of brownies. Gosh.
Yeah, they look scrumptious.
Hey, at least I printed you out a cartoon of a of a fisherman.
It's not a contest.
Oh, gosh.
I don't even...
I'm
just
loving Ronnie's effort here. Those are really delicious-looking brownies.
All right. I don't know. It's just Thursday to me.
Not to us. The rest of us, we're celebrating Thick Rick Day all day today.
I'm not worth it.
Yes, you are.
We got text here from Doug. He said he tried to see the national championship trophy at Kroger yesterday, but it was delayed in Atlanta because of the snow. I guess it was going to be on display at Kroger?
Yes, Kroger, Giant Eagle, Meijer. Yeah. I think they're all taking a turn. So
yeah. They said it will be Friday from 1 to 5. That's at Kroger. That's what he
okay.
So.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because of the snow.
I guess from there was, I don't know if there was from all the snow in the south. Like it didn't make it out of Atlanta.
Oh, gosh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. I'm so focused on Ronnie's brownies that she got you. I'm not listening.
You can have one.
Can I?
Yes.
No, I'm never.
Oh my God.
No way.
I don't need all of those.
Absolutely
Look,
not.
There are 24 brownies there.
Okay, well, how about this? You take them home, you hand them out to all your loved ones, and if there's one left, you bring it to me tomorrow. Day after. I'll take a day after brownie.
Take it today, please.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, so it didn't make it out of the South.
Right. So they said it'll be there tomorrow from 1 to 5 if you try
Okay.
to do that. And I got all kinds of messages like there was no getting near that Raising Cane's yesterday.
Oh, right,
it
where
was
Will Howard.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, yeah,
and
yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Sawyer
Jack
were
Sawyer,
working
yeah,
at
yeah.
Cane's on what was it, Olentangy River Road?
Yes.
They said, because it was I think it was 11 to noon they were doing that, and they
something
said
like that.
At 10 a.m. you could barely get on Olentangy River Road to get in line.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I had to make those kids.
Did anybody
feel so
make it? I would
good.
love to know if anybody got in there and got served by either one of them.
Oh, I bet that was cool if you did make it in and get served by them. I saw them signing things, pictures of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of the snow down south, okay, we saw that New Orleans got buried. They really got buried in on Bourbon Street. Somebody was showing pictures of Bourbon Street. They were really hit.
Yeah.
That would have disabled Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, that would have hurt us.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, we'd had schools closed.
Right.
Stuff, yeah.
My brother-in-law sent a picture. They got 2 inches of snow in Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow.
That's a lot for them. They don't have those weather events. He said there is not a roll of toilet paper to be found in the stores. I don't know why we go for toilet paper first, but it seems to be the favorite of people who think they're entering into a crisis.
Not like you guys are going to be shut down for a month.
I know, but you never want to find yourself without toilet paper. You really never do, so I get it.
Let's see. Ben said, good morning, Thick and Kelly. I should have worn shorts today. It's like a heat wave out there.
Oh, I know. It is nice.
13 whole degrees.
Let me just say, we're getting tons and tons of birthday wishes for you, Thick Rick, Alan, Roger, Aaron. Let's see. Danielle says, my husband's birthday was yesterday. I baked him nothing, but named him Birthday Boy Daddy-O on our takeout. And they gave him a brownie with a note saying, Happy Birthday Daddy-O. 4 seats for Sebastian is better than brownies, though, so she must have won those. That's awesome. Or maybe bought some.
Dylan, thank you. Chad texted in and said he knew it was a special day. Happy birthday, and good song lineup this morning.
Ooh,
Chad,
nice. Carrie says National Pie Day and 2 Scoops birthday. Dig in.
Yeah, that's like real pie. We're not talking about, 3.12.
No,
that's March 12th. This
3.14.
is we're talking about like real pie.
You don't know your pie.
3.14. I did know that. I just slipped up. I did know that. Janice, Sean, Brian Wolf, Brenda, Popcorn Pam, John, Don Moore.
Don wants to know if Ronnie gifted you with special brownies.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's see.
No,
what
probably
does it
not.
say there? Okay, well, never. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I'll let you know.
Not unless she bought those at a dispensary.
You never know.
I don't think so. But I wouldn't put it past Ronnie. She would do that. Alan Price, thank you. Roger. Aaron. All right.
Yeah, that would have cost her a pretty penny if those are special brownies. Terrasana, do you sell delicious-looking brownies? Let us know.
Yeah, what are the best tasting edibles they sell? That's a good question. I would like to know that. I got to go over there. I still have not been to a dispensary because I have so much weed that I grew.
Like an entire room full.
I'll never have to buy weed, but I do want to go because I want to see it.
Okay.
I need to go check it out.
I do want to ask you too. Do we have a date on when it's going to be too stale for you to use? Or does it just last
in mason
forever?
Jars. It's sealed in
so we can 2029. We could crack one of those mason jars, and that thing would be good.
It says so. The mason jar itself says it will preserve things for up to almost 2 years.
Okay, that's
So
look
that's
at
fine.
you.
I'm going to grow more this year, so it doesn't matter.
You will never have to grace. Darken the doorstep of a dispensary.
My hope is that I have so much that I can hand out joints at Sonic Temple instead of shots of Jaeger.
That feels like it might be illegal. Is it? Handing out joints?
I don't know.
Let's find out first, okay? Because I'd hate to see you have to go to jail on day one of Sonic Temple.
Just for playing Santa Claus?
Because nobody's going to be around to spring you. Like your family, we're all going to be at Sonic Temple. We're not springing you from jail, so let's make sure that's legal.
All right. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see. Mostly cloudy today. Maybe some flurries. High 28. That's a lot better than the 11 yesterday. So, and again, I see 40s next week, Kelly. Highs in the 40s. It seems so nice after it's been so cold. It's like, wow, 30 feels great all of a sudden, So, all right, we got tickets to see Jet coming up again today. Right now, your Morning Blitz trivia question, $25 to waterbeds, and the correct answer at 99,700. What reality TV show is coming back to A&E this year? What show is it? I'll give you one hint. It's been, looks like 7-8 years since it was on. Tell us at 99,700. Be first, get the gift card. Led Zeppelin on the Morning Blitz. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick, and Carl said that you are allowed to give it away as long as the person you're giving it to is 21. Talking about marijuana. I guess I should have mentioned that.
Okay.
Because I said I'd like to give away joints to people at Sonic Temple.
You are allowed to give it away.
That's what he said, and he also said his long-term storage in jars is in the freezer, and it will last up to 5 years. But Gerald said he had his in the basement for over 6 months, and it got got dry and not as good.
Okay.
I don't know if he had it in mason jars, but Maybe it's because maybe you got to put it in the freezer. I don't know. I'm sure there's other experts out there that can let us know for sure about storing marijuana for how long.
Definitely, we need experts on whether you can pass out joints at a public event. I'd love to hear from somebody who actually works for the state. What is it? Marijuana commission?
How about a police officer? Can you let us know? If I grow weed and I give a joint to somebody who's 21 or over, is that legal? I don't know. I mean, a friend can come over and I can give him a beer, The
Division of Cannabis Control. Come on, I know you guys are listening. Please let us know if Thick Rick will get thrown in jail for that.
All right, our Morning Blitz trivia was what reality show is coming back to A&E this year? And if you know the theme song, you're hearing it, it's Duck Dynasty.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Duck Dynasty.
It ran from 2012 to 2017. So, we're talking, it's 8 years. I didn't realize it'd been gone that long.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple episodes, like some of it here and there, but I never watched it. I know it was huge.
I've never seen a single episode, but I did see all the marketing, so I know what they look like with their big beards and everything.
Yeah, they're all country folks.
Louisiana?
Okay. Yeah. It'll feature Willie and Corey Robertson, and they're now adult children who first appeared on the original show. The couple compared the return to a homecoming, saying they can't wait to get the cameras rolling again on all our new adventures and misadventures. The network gave its thumbs up to 2 seasons. So we'll go. They got 2 approved so far, and we'll see how long it continues. But A&E announced it yesterday, the revival. Didn't say the date that it'll start, but it will be this year. So, Duck Dynasty is back, and have to say congratulations to Nick McKinney from Mount Gilead. He was the first one to text in the correct answer, so he gets the $25 to go spend at waterbeds and stuff.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
6:39, Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick, and Zach texted in and said he didn't think TikTok was going anywhere, but once he saw it did, he deleted the app.
Uh-oh.
Then it came back, and he went to download it, and it wouldn't let him get it anymore. He said lost 150,000 followers in the blink of an eye.
Oh.
Ouch, dude.
Well, did you delete your account, or did you just delete your app?
Probably
because
just the app.
Yeah, if your account's still there, you'll eventually be able to get it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but you can't right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
You can't download it anywhere.
That's all right. Your 150K followers will be there when you're allowed to download the app again.
I don't understand. If it's not being banned yet, why can't the app stores give it to you anymore?
I really don't know.
All right, well, that brings me to my I've got something this morning. If you've got an old iPhone with TikTok on it, you might want to toss it up on eBay because it might pay off your student loans. Trump signed the order delaying the TikTok ban, but legal experts aren't sure what could happen if, that changes. They'd potentially be on the hook for billions. So Apple and Google are not risking it. So there's the reason. It's not on their app stores right now. You can use TikTok, obviously if you still have it on your phone, but you just can't download it. So people are cashing in by listing their old phones on eBay for like $25,000. And if you had 1 million followers and that was your livelihood and you got mad and deleted it, you might be willing to spend $25,000 for that phone. So one person posted their iPhone 15 Pro for $5 million or best offer. I bet you think he'd take $4 million.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. This Zach who deleted his TikTok app, can you get on a laptop and get on your TikTok account? Just TikTok.com.
Oh.
Because that's how I get on at work. If I need to get some sound off a TikTok video, I just go to TikTok.com.
Oh, there you go. Try that, Zach.
Yeah, see if you can do that. Like, the app might not be available, but I think you can probably get on your laptop. I'm assuming. You have to, sign in with your phone number or something. TikTok.com. Let me see.
Okay.
If it comes up here. It comes up right away.
All right. We did get a text says it's not a ban delay, it's a delay of enforcement of the ban. TikTok is banned. The federal government just isn't enforcing the ban right now. So, okay. now that makes sense. All right. Well, I don't know if anybody's actually buying these phones, but they are.
Well, you're right.
They are for sale there.
If you had a huge business, although I don't know why you would just. Okay, maybe there are good reasons, but everybody was talking about the fact that this ban wasn't going to hold. Why would you delete your app? I don't understand that move, but I guess maybe it was like, okay, I'm done. We're all done. Let's move on.
Yeah, maybe you didn't hear that part. You just went, damn, hell with it, and delete it. You were angry, whatever. I can see that happening. Oh, well, it actually got banned because I can't get to it.
Yeah, can't believe it. Well, bye-bye TikTok. Yeah, okay.
That sucks, Zach, but yeah, try that.
Zach, try it on your laptop or desktop. See, and let us know if it works.
Lindsay said, holy S, I'm about to sell my phone right now. I could use an upgrade anyway.
I could too. But I don't need this person. What do I just sign out of my TikTok?
Oh, I don't know. Joe said if you go behind a VPN and set your location out of the USA, you can download it. So there you go.
Okay, well, there's all kinds of maybe possibilities. So get VPN. Set it for Canada.
Yeah.
Get the app.
There you go.
And then come on back to the US of A.
Yeah. There's always a workaround, Kelly.
There's always a workaround.
All right, what you got?
Canada goose first spotted 7 months ago with an arrow protruding from its rear end was finally captured on a golf course in British Columbia this past week. This poor goose has been running around with it was an enormous arrow out of his rear flank. This thing was running around everywhere. They could not catch it. This wildlife photographer named Tim Sear named the goose Wilson after the volleyball and Castaway.
That's what it was.
And said he tried multiple times to capture this goose after seeing it limping last summer with a giant arrow sticking out of its butt. But pretty soon, Wilson the goose started recognizing Tim Sear from far away. He's like, oh, there's the guy who's trying to get me, and would fly away immediately. Would not let this guy get even remotely close to him. Others were trying to catch Wilson as well, to no avail. Then this past week, Wilson was spotted with a flock on a golf course north of Vancouver. And once all the birds spread out a little bit, a wildlife able to shoot a net gun perfectly and catch Wilson. They immediately cut off 28 inches of arrow. That's how much was sticking out. They cut that off so they could transport Wilson safely to a vet who was then able to take out the remains of the arrow. And Wilson's expected to make a full recovery at a wildlife center, and then he'll be released when his flock, wherever his flock hangs out, they'll put him back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I mean,
yay, we keep another goose out there.
Yeah, I mean, I know people say that, but you can't look at a suffering animal and not try to help.
No, if you're going to do that, make sure you hit him right. Make sure you end it if you're going to try that.
They said it was a blunt training arrow, and I don't know what that is.
Oh, now you're just being cruel then.
That must have hurt for 7 solid months, this poor Canada goose.
He was able to fly.
I guess that's what they said. It would fly away.
Wow.
I don't know
how that... And then there was 28 inches sticking out.
28 inches sticking out.
That had to be weird to fly.
You'd think. Yeah. Yeah, like an extra appendage all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's really knocks your balance off, I'm sure. But anyway, Wilson the goose is going to be fine, and that's my thing.
Wilson! Jeez. Back to the marijuana and giving it away.
Yes.
Doug looked it up, said adults may use, possess, transport, and transfer marijuana and marijuana extract, but only up to certain amounts. I'm guessing a joint is going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, are we talking blunt? Are we talking an enormous type situation?
Just a solid joint.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. What is a blunt? Is it just like a cigar-sized? Is it like a huge-sized joint? Is that what it is? I don't know, man. I hear people say that all the time.
You mention it and you go, I don't even know. What is a blunt?
I don't.
Yeah, it's in like the cigar-type paper. Like if you buy the like a Swisher Sweet. There are specific ones now you buy just for that, but they pack that full of, they used to just empty the tobacco out of those and then pack it full of the marijuana because then it was kind of like disguised.
Okay.
But now they get these specifically for blunts. Like you can buy specific things to roll blunts with marijuana.
Is that also a spliff? I need to get all these
spleef.
The terminology.
This could be fun. Let's educate Kelly, you guys. Falling in reverse on the Morning Blitz, one of your headliners for this year's Incarceration. We should go over that lineup sometime this morning, Kelly.
Hey, why not?
Yeah, it dropped Wednesday. Or Tuesday, rather, it came out. So it's a good one. There's some bands there I wish were playing Sonic, namely Marilyn Manson.
Really?
Yeah, damn it. Why didn't we get Manson? All right. By the way, lots of texts coming in that a spliff is a mixture of marijuana and tobacco.
Okay, then what's a bifter?
A bifter? I have never even heard of that. But spleef, I guess, is a spleef. It's a European thing, Mike
Okay,
said.
is it spliff or spleef? Because I've always heard spliff, but now I'm questioning myself.
Maybe spleef is just marijuana. I don't know. I'm not European, so I've heard the term before, spliff. I thought I would also heard spleef. I don't know. Maybe people are just saying that wrong sometimes. Don says, drop me one in the Rick, mail. Or drop me one in the mail, Rick. Drop me one in the Rick. Yes, Mary says, when are we going to trade some? Soon. I promise. And
see, now, you guys, what did Matt Foley say? You're too busy smoking doobies.
And Popcorn Pam said, I would love to smoke a blunt with you, Kelly, and then we'll eat a whole DQ cake.
Listen, I don't need a blunt to eat a whole DQ cake.
Yeah, but it'll make it more fun. Doing that with Pam? Are you kidding? Who would turn down smoking a blunt with Popcorn Pam and having a DQ cake?
Well, I'm not California sober. I'm just sober. So I will imbibe in the cake, though. Trust me, I have not given up sugar.
All right. So in Alabama, a Starbucks employee required stitches and vaccinations last week after a customer coming through the drive-thru, the customer's pet monkey leaped into the drive-thru window, ran up her arm to her head, and started biting her head.
Oh, ow.
Can you imagine you're just working a drive-thru? Car pulls up, you got their coffee, and a monkey jumps out and into the store and attacks you.
How much screaming was there?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Because that would have startled me, but also, does it hurt when a monkey's biting your head? How can it get a hold of any? Maybe your hair.
I mean, it's probably just trying to bite her anywhere it can. The coworker grabbed the animal, just grabbed it and threw it back out the drive-thru window. It didn't even go into the car. The monkey then jumped up and jumped back into the car, and the guy took off.
Well,
so bite and run.
Wow, where was this?
It was at a Starbucks in Alabama. Happened last Friday. The customer with the monkey, her name was Tammy Elaine Gardner. She did come back to check on the employee and discuss the incident, but declined to leave her information. The health department tracked her down, and she did not want to comment. But on her social media, she wrote, I'm not willing to put my primate at any more risk, so no, thank you. That's all she wrote. Your primate was never at risk. The drive-thru worker was at risk.
She required stitches and vaccinations. She's the one who was at risk.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
That is unbelievable.
You don't sound fit to own a monkey, my dear.
I think that takes a really special personality.
Golly.
To own a monkey.
Hi, may I take your order?
Watch out, somebody's pet. Escape from the collar, there's a monkey on my head. Why did you do it? Why did you set your monkey free? Through the drive-thru window, your monkey beat the hell out of me. Why did you do it? Did you want to share your latte with the monkey? Monkey, monkey,
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
AEP Ohio is telling customers that Tuesday night's power outage was due to the cold and the enormous demand upon the system. So AEP sends out this communication to its customers who are affected and said that, basically explaining that when the breakers that provide electricity to your neighborhood become overloaded, the circuits connected to the breaker shuts down to protect the grid. And turning it all back on isn't as simple as just flipping a breaker or changing the fuse, because AEP says it's likely that all the appliances that were on when the power went out are still on. So they would just surge and overload everything again and probably cause a larger problem. So they have to do it piecemeal, bit by bit, etc. But so how I'm reading this is that there are breakers that provide electricity to an entire neighborhood. It's not just like house by house, I guess.
Right, yeah. There's grid by grid.
Now, we did yesterday. What was your thermostat set on?
Yeah.
And some people are pretty generously setting their thermostats up to about 75. Others were like
Most
65.
60s, yeah.
So I would say, you know what household in your neighborhood overloaded those breakers. You know who did it. We can all point to the one who's still burning those Christmas lights. I have a few people in my neighborhood who are.
We have a couple.
And I love it.
It's fine.
Honestly, I love it. But yeah, so I'm cracking up. We like a house warm, so you can all point your fingers at us when our neighborhood goes out.
You know, the number of times they've increased our rates over the last couple of years, you'd think they could come up with some better technologies. They could just flip a switch, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they just keep raising our rates.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was their explanation, so it makes sense. I would assume that it was because of the cold. Sean Curran, the Secret Service agent who shielded President Trump from an assassination attempt at a Pennsylvania campaign rally, is now the president's choice to lead the Secret Service. Sean Curran is the head of Trump's personal security detail and has protected the Trump family over the past 4 years. Curran previously protected President Obama. The position does not require Senate approval. A state senator in Mississippi has filed a bill entitled Contraception Begins at Erection Act.
Okay.
What I was thinking of is life begins at conception.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is contraception begins at erection. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Senator Bradford Blackman says the bill would make it, quote, unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. Uh-oh. Boy, are you guys in trouble.
Whoa. Wait a minute. So you're saying you can't have sex unless you're trying to have a baby?
You can't discharge genetic material ever without an intent to fertilize an embryo.
That? Does this guy never want to win office again, ever in history?
There are also fines involved. If you get busted discharging genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo 3 times, has to be a third strike, $10,000 fine. Okay. I don't know how you're going to get caught, but
yeah, right. But what about there's some guys out there who have the premature problem, who don't even have to necessarily do anything to have that happen. There are people like that. You know what I'm talking about? How
about older married couples where it's impossible to conceive? Hello?
Yeah, so they're not allowed to have sex?
You're not. Apparently, according to this bill.
So say again, who is this?
His name is Bradford Blackman. He's a senator a state senator of Mississippi.
Yeah, not for long, dude. You will never win another election ever in your life.
Okay, now calm down over there. This thing's never going to pass.
Right, but the fact that he wanted it to.
He says that all across the country, especially here in Mississippi, this is supposedly some sort of feminism move on his part. He says the vast majority of bills relating to contraception and or abortion focus on the woman's role when men are 50% of the equation and or problem, I guess. So he says his bill is just meaning to bring the man's role into the conversation. Like you're 50%. And so I don't know if it's like men should have a say about everything from pulling down the drawers to having a baby. I don't know what this whole thing is about, but he just says he wants to bring it into the conversation that men are 50% responsible or 50% of the equation
for
pregnancy.
Well, of course they are. Who didn't know that? Yes, it takes a man and a woman. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Or it at least takes the genetic material, which can only come from a man.
But I think, I guess what I'm assuming is that when it comes to abortion, men aren't getting the say.
Well, and that's
that they are 50% of the say.
Yeah, that's always been the one issue there when it came to that. Whether you support abortion or not, is that's always been one of the arguments. Is the man, it's his child too, and he doesn't have any say. Yes, I get that. So on that note, I will say yes. Well, if you don't want, you should be with somebody you have this plan, when you get married,
right.
You're going to have children or not. And if, you do that, then I don't know what to do what else to do about that.
Yeah. I guess I don't quite understand the purpose of the bill either. Your confusion is my confusion.
I just know this guy's never going to get elected again.
Don't be doing it in Mississippi unless you plan to fertilize an embryo.
There's no way, like you said, it's never going to pass.
All right, those are your three things.
Who in the hell would support that? Lincoln Park on the Morning Blitz. It is 7:09. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick.
We're getting a lot of comments about this state senator in Mississippi who filed a bill basically making it illegal for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. It's called the Contraception Begins at Erection Act. Somebody said, this guy's so dumb, it's not an embryo that would be fertilized, it's the egg. You're so right. I did not even catch that, and that is how it's spelled out in the bill.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, unlawful for a person to discharge without the intent to fertilize an embryo. An embryo is a fertilized egg. Yeah, you dummy. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, man. Taylor said, what? We don't like rules against men's bodies? Welcome to being a woman. Well, I'm not going to argue with her. Now we have to be worried about getting busted for busting.
Somebody texted, they didn't leave their name. So does that mean that every teenage boy is getting fined $10,000 every other day?
Right.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means.
Every day. Oh, Doug. He said, quick, hide the evidence. Throw those crusty socks away. Taylor said, none of the rules make sense, and she's right. Marie Miller said, so that dude isn't allowed to have sex, stupid. Jeff Smith, this guy's an effing idiot. What the hell is wrong with these people? Oh, that's great. And then Mike, I love Mike's. If men are 50% of the equation, why are we turned down 90% of the time?
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, man. That is, Now, we got another text that says these bills are introduced periodically in attempts to bring attention to society's attempts to restrict women's health care choices. Men try to reduce women to being incubators, so the bills restricting men are just tongue-in-cheek. I can't really believe it would pass, right?
Oh, yeah. Olin said it's an anti-gay bill. I didn't even think about that angle.
This guy's
there's
crazy.
No egg to be fertilized.
There's no way.
No. This will never, ever, ever get out of committee or whatever.
Is this somebody, nobody knows who he really is, so he needs his name out there?
Probably.
Is that, it's for the wrong reason.
One of those guys who's trying to make a big point.
All I'm ever going to remember about him is this guy just trying to tell me I'm not allowed to have sex anymore.
Yes, that's pretty much what I'm thinking when I look at it. Yeah, it's like you're really up in some other dude's wieners. So what is wrong with you, man?
Alice in Chains on the Morning Blitz, 7:23 on the 23rd. You know what else is on the 23rd? Talking about July, Kelly. Shinedown, Bush.
Yes.
Morgan Wade, the Schottenstein Center. There was an artist pre-sale yesterday at noon.
Okay.
Secured my floor seats.
Nice.
I will be taking a vacation day on Thursday, July 24th.
Oh, noted.
That's going to be a great night.
Oh,
Cannot
fun.
wait. Yep, good time. All right. So marijuana now obviously is recreationally legal in the state of Ohio. And now you can order it and have it delivered right to your home.
Like the good old days when you had a dealer.
Well, some of them would, yes. There definitely. There were a couple that would, yes, do delivery. That was the best. Didn't have to travel with it. Homegrown Cannabis Company is a new recreational cannabis delivery service now open for business. The concept delivers, weed from dispensaries to users' homes. You can purchase cannabis flower, pre-rolled joints, concentrate, and edibles. It's a vape. Homegrown delivers daily throughout Columbus and the surrounding suburbs from 6 to 10 p.m. So you have to place your order by 5 p.m. daily.
All right.
So you have all day to place your order. And it must be at least a $50 order, minimum order of $50, and you must be 21 years old or 18 with a medical marijuana card. So I guess if you're 18, you can get a medicinal marijuana card. So you have to do, those are the rules. And while Homegrown is locally owned, there are other cannabis delivery concepts that are looking to pop up since it became recreationally legal last year.
Weren't we going to buy a van and call it the Green Machine and do delivery?
Yes.
Now's our time,
See,
baby.
we're behind. They jumped. They heard us.
I feel like we're not behind. I feel like we can get in on this.
I remember that.
Yes.
That was going to be our marijuana delivery van.
That's right.
You came up with that. Was great.
Now's the time. Because,
what are we doing?
Well, I don't know. What kind of licensing do you need? Well, we need a van, for one thing.
Well, that's easy
That's
enough.
first order of business.
Yeah.
You got to get a van, and we need to paint it up in some kind of sweet
we'll have
green
our
paint.
we'll have our guy Dale here
All right.
wrap it. We'll
Okay.
have it wrapped, a nice design. We'll get it wrapped.
Green Machine.
That's great. Yeah, we talked about that like last spring.
Will we put blunts, spliffs?
Sure,
and
those are pre-rolls.
Bifters.
Yeah, these
on the
are
side?
pre-rolls. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
How about a doobie?
They're just joints. Pre-rolls are joints. Yes. Doobie, joint. Yeah.
All right. Yes, now is the time. This business is getting up and running. These businesses. I feel like what we could do is kind of like the old school corner drug dealers, is that you do claim an area of the city, and that's your area, and no other delivery. We're just going to kind of go back old school. All right.
I don't know how you're going to force that. I don't know.
Listen, we're taking Dublin. All right.
All the way into Muirfield, huh?
Yeah, you know it.
Jeff Logan, we're coming to your neighborhood.
I just feel like the tips are going to be pretty good there.
Yeah. Well, then, we should probably do, Powell, New Albany.
I mean, let's not get greedy. Let's let some other businesses.
Upper Arlington.
I guess we could expand into those, but I do feel like there's going to be a turf war at some point.
I don't know. I think we should be everywhere because.
Well, you want it all, Thick. That's the kind of guy you are.
People,
if you're going to do it, you want it all, and I can appreciate that.
Because everywhere.
People smoking weed.
Everywhere.
Smoke weed every day.
Have the
weed.
Have the Green Machine deliver.
The weed!
Yes.
That's great.
See, Connor already said, what was that new marijuana service that Thick Rick was just talking about? I was waiting in my car to hear it, but he didn't. I guess he didn't have time to stick around.
Oh, homegrown cannabis company.
Oh. It's called the Green Machine. Coming to a neighborhood near you.
Homegrown cannabis company. Couple others on the way called Dutchie and Chronic Guru. Chronic Guru. I like that one. That's a good one.
No, it's a mouthful.
What
the
is
Green
Dutchie?
Machine. Pass the Dutchie. Haven't you ever heard that?
Oh, yes. The old song. Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious.
Well, how do I know more terms than you do?
I just forgot about it. That's
You're
been
the
a
one
while.
growing over there.
So I don't have to worry about any of this
Dutchie
stuff.
on the left-hand side.
It's hilarious. Collective Soul on the Morning Blitz, 7:38. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. Thank you all so much for all the birthday wishes. Man, Serena, Erica, Jamie Bias, Doug, Natasha, Levi, Craig, Mike. I sit here and read names for a while, but thank you guys so much.
Liz, Serena, Erica, Jamie. Did you already say
Yeah,
those?
I just said all
Oh,
those.
my gosh.
Just
I'm
went
an
down that
idiot.
whole list that you're looking at. So we talked about this on Monday.
Yeah.
No, on Tuesday. Monday was the inauguration. Yeah, Monday was Trump's inauguration. So Tuesday we talked about it because during the inauguration, Mark Zuckerberg was sitting, he was there, and Jeff Bezos, owner of Amazon, was there. And in between the two of them was Jeff's girlfriend, Lauren Sanchez. And she had, she was dressed very,
Provocatively.
sexy. She was sexy looking.
Yes.
I don't know whether it was just a bra or some sort
type of
lingerie
lingerie-ish
underneath
looking.
her sport coat. It was very classy, but it was also maybe a little not quite up to where I think you would
people
expect
had things
it.
to say about
Yes,
it.
yes,
Some
yeah.
people loved it. Some people hated it. Other people are like, why do you care?
I had no problem with it whatsoever.
She looked gorgeous. She has the body to pull it off.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure Jeff Bezos was thrilled to have those bouncing boobs on his arm. She did look beautiful.
Yeah, she did. And when Zuckerberg looked over at Bezos, he also looked down. I mean, you can see it in the picture directly at her chest, and then his eyes popped right back up again. Like he realized, oh my God, I'm looking at her boobs. I think he realized it. And then I didn't even catch it before, but there's another guy right behind Zuckerberg who is leaning forward, looking down from behind her, like over her shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's blatantly obvious.
It's because there's like a massive vortex in her cleavage that like sucks all attention right toward there. You can't help it. It's out of your control.
It is, Kelly.
Yes.
It is completely out of my control.
It's out of my control. I'd be staring at her boobies too.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. I will tell you that I check out women's bodies way more than I check out men's. And it has nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with anything other than I'm a female. So I am accustomed to comparing myself to every other female on the planet.
Oh,
so
my
you come
gosh.
waltzing in the door and you're a woman, I will check you out from head to toe.
Really?
And I know that I'm not alone.
Man, men don't do that.
And
Lots of guys,
especially-
I definitely don't do that. I don't know any men who do that.
Especially in areas that I consider problem areas for me.
Okay.
Like I don't have a juicy butt at all. That is something I am missing. I was not born with one. So trust me, I'm looking at every woman's like, oh my gosh, she has a good butt. I wish that was mine. I wish I had that butt. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at as well. So I don't get jealous of boobs. I don't care about boobs, but I always wished to have a little bit of a juicier bum. And so I'll focus on that when it comes to other women's bodies,
Okay.
just to be like, oh, you're lucky. Gosh.
Now, I do notice. I will say, I do notice when a guy is like,
super buff.
cut.
Yeah.
Like he's like, veins popping out of his arms and stuff. I do notice that. How can you not notice that? It's
Yeah.
like that guy spends his time in the gym every day.
Yes.
Obviously. That I notice. But I'm not like, oh yeah, I'd like to have that. Oh, I wish I had that or that. No, I'm not doing any of that.
Amanda and Christina both texted in that they would do it too. There's absolutely no way they would not have looked. So,
Okay. Yeah, but you know what? You guys would not be seen creepy or anything if you did it. I mean, if another girl was looking at them, nobody'd
Okay.
say a word.
If you caught a picture of me, put me in the place of Mark Zuckerberg, and I was staring straight down the valley of a big, good cleavage,
You would not be a meme
You
today.
wouldn't have posted me on the Blitz
No,
page today.
you would not be a meme.
Absolutely
I
disagree.
I would never have even
I
thought
disagree.
twice about it.
If I was basically 2 inches from her boobs, staring straight down in, you wouldn't have made me a meme.
I just don't even think I would have noticed.
Okay,
I honestly,
hard
I feel like
disagree
that.
on that.
Okay, that's
but you
fine.
could be. I mean, what am I saying? I don't know what you would do.
No, that's fine.
I gotta believe you when you say that, but I feel like I would notice that.
Doug said, "Oh my God, look at the ass and package on the new guy. How am I supposed to compete with that?"
Yeah, I guess guys don't do that, huh?
No. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Erica, Emily,
Oh, yeah, no,
Liz,
yeah, okay,
Natasha,
all right.
all
So-
saying that
yeah.
they are absolutely with me.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, you're looking for a completely different reason than the guys are. But my question is this. Is it that hard for guys to not look at boobs? And I say it is. It is that hard. And I don't know exactly why. I really don't, because I'll hear a lot of women say it's just skin and it's nothing. Why are men so obsessed with them and fascinated with boobs?
The thing is, what's wrong with looking? If you want to look at a woman's boobs who are on display, she has her boobs on display for the world. Like, here I am on a national stage, and I have chosen to wear the deepest cut, sexiest outfit that I could find in my closet. To the
cleavage.
inauguration. I'm showing it off, and I'm begging you to look. Please look.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I've done this for. They're on display for the world to enjoy. Please look. That's how I would feel. That's why I did it.
But you know what? You could have a turtleneck sweater on, and guys are still going to look directly
I don't think it matters.
chest.
If you walked around with your wieners out, I'd be looking at every single one of them. And you better not fault me for it. You're walking around with your wieners out, so I'm allowed to look. That's like women. If you've got your boobs out on display, I'm looking. You can't fault me for it. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just checking it out because you've presented it for me to check out.
All right. Well, that's my question. Is it that hard for guys to not look at boobies? And I say, yeah, it's like a car crash. You have to look, but keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to look, but keep it moving.
Okay. I like that. That's respectful, but you're still getting a little eyeful, but you're moving along.
I don't know why, but the eyes just go right there.
Jason says, I'm like Jim Carrey on Liar Liar. I love me some boobies.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I've been with my wife for years, and I still stare at them. That's the way it is.
Big boobs.
On the Morning Blitz. They're everywhere.
Big boobs.
7:49, Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Talking about Mark Zuckerberg and whoever the guy was behind him staring at Jeff Bezos' girlfriend's boobs. And we asked, is it that hard for guys to not look at boobies? And of course, found out from Kelly and I guess every girl out there that you all stare at girls' boobs and butts and everything.
No,
for different reasons. For different
Stare's
reasons.
not the right.
Well, you look at them.
Yeah. Everybody's saying, like, get a glance and move on. Let's keep it classy. I'll read that text in a little bit. But yes, let's be keeping it classy. You can look. And listen, if somebody's going to look at me as like in a complimentary way, have at it, baby. That's, yeah.
Now, there are girls who don't like it. What are you looking at? It's like, well, you're showing it. And if I was a really good-looking guy that you were attracted to, you wouldn't have minded me looking at it. There are girls like that.
Well, I don't know what kind of creeps they're dealing with, but I would say for the most part, if somebody's like complimentary to me, men and women, it makes me feel good for the rest of the day. I'll ride that high for the rest of the day if someone gives me a compliment.
All right.
It's a nice thing to do to somebody. Now, don't be weird, you guys. Don't be weird about it.
Well, but I mean, what if like you said, you will notice if a girl has a great butt or, really, nice boobs. You will notice that. So how do you compliment somebody on their boobs or their butt? How does a guy compliment a girl on her boob or her butt without being a creep? Okay. How is it not a creep?
Yeah, you don't need to say anything, I guess. Or you could be like...
Well, you just said if somebody gave you a compliment...
Yeah, if they do. If somebody's got the nerve.
If somebody come up and said, Kelly, excuse me, I think you have a very nice rear end. Then what? What is that?
Oh, yeah, that is kind of weird now that you say that.
Right. That's what I mean.
Could they say... You look so nice today.
Well, yeah, that's
And then
fine.
I literally, that's all I need. I am so low maintenance. Just be like, oh, you look so nice. And then I'll spend probably a half hour thinking that you didn't really mean it. You just felt like you had to say it. And
but if they specify something.
But I don't think that you should specify something.
Okay.
Like, hey, nice tit. Wait, are you allowed to say that? Like, you can't.
I didn't hear anything.
I wouldn't say, like, hey, nice boobs, nice butt, whatever. Mm-hmm. That is a little weird. But I'm saying you could say, what a pretty shirt.
Okay, well, yeah, that's very different than what I thought you were getting at before, but,
I like nice butts and lovely boobs.
Right.
Ace texted, I reconnected with an old friend. She told me I'm cute, and I'm still thinking about it 2 days later. So, see, it's the same thing. It's like we all like to be complimented.
That's fine.
You don't have to be weird about it.
You're not a creep telling somebody they're cute.
Yeah. Oh, you look so cute. You can say it in a non-threatening way. If you're like leering and going, hey, nice boobies. Like, that's weird. Like, you should go to jail. You should go to jail for the afternoon for that. That's weird.
Okay. So is it that hard for guys to not look at boobies? Brady said, yes. Even my gay guy friends over the years admit it's problematic.
Okay.
So, there you go. Tom said it's hardwired from birth when it meant our survival.
Well, they're not alone. Mike Funk texted in, my theory on why men like boobs so much is the first thing shoved in our faces when we're born. We're conditioned. It's not our fault. And he's not the only one who wrote something like that. That, it meant for nourishment at first, and I guess the rest of the time, Post-puberty is meant for other things. So
Bart said, can't take my eyes off of boobs. Big ones, little ones, doesn't matter. I love boobs.
Like, put on a pair of sunglasses, though, if you just can't quit staring. Really. I mean, that's the only way to do it.
That's funny, because Dave said that's why I always wear sunglasses.
There you go. Dave's compliment is you have a beautiful body. That feels creepy to me.
See, yeah. I mean, there's no way around it.
I think you can't compliment the body. I think all you can say is, oh, gosh, you look so nice today. And then the rest of us will go, well, we didn't look nice yesterday.
Now, Scott says the reason is because they're forbidden. Well, and I kind of have a theory, not quite that, but hear me out.
Okay.
When a guy looks at a girl, like I said, if a girl's wearing a turtleneck and they're sticking out, he's still going to look, even though he can't see them. There's no cleavage or anything, but they're there.
Yeah.
Because in a guy's mind, he sees boobs, but when he sees them in his mind, he's picturing the naked boobs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it represents nudity. When he sees boobs, they represent, in his mind, that's immediately represents nudity, which makes him think of sex. Does that make sense?
I mean, it really does sound weird that you look at a woman in a turtleneck and it goes to that, honestly.
I'm just saying, in general, it doesn't matter what she's wearing. If she has large boobs or she shows cleavage, the guy's, in his mind, he sees this set of boobs, but he sees the boobs like with nothing on in his mind.
Okay.
So it just automatically
I don't need the
goes
details
to
of what's
that.
going on in your dirty mind.
Okay, well, listen, when you're telling us about yours.
Mine's not dirty. Mine's complimentary. I'm looking at
if guys were walking around with their wieners out, you'd be looking at every one of them.
Wieners are weird, okay? We're all admitting that. We've admitted that for years. Wieners are weird looking. I'm looking at every weird wiener out there.
Yes, I know. And for you guys who like to send pictures of yours to women, don't do that, because they don't think it's attractive. They don't look at that picture and go, oh, I want him. Stop that. You're losing by doing that.
Here's what women are thinking, okay? As Elaine Bennis said on Seinfeld, I don't know how you guys walk around with those things.
It's the worst curse in the world, Kelly.
And I really don't think they're weird. I just think it's like something you don't have, so you look. It's just like boobs. The things that you don't have, you want to look at. There's nothing wrong with that, but just don't be weird about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about how it's showed a boy child's instinct. You know, because it's what he grew up eating off of.
Right. That is a really common one. This person said, just look down at those boobs and say, nice, congratulations.
Mike says, I've been with my wife for 25 years and I still stare at boobs. Can't help it. I like boobs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He said, it's like Dick said, when I was with my fiance, couldn't keep my eyes off of hers. Yeah. It just is what it is, man.
Missy says, who doesn't enjoy a nice set? There you go. Kara says the Me Too movement has really ruined people from giving others compliments.
Yeah, it has. I'm afraid to say anything anymore.
I think in the workplace, too, like a guy saying, oh, that you look pretty, or I like your outfit, was turned into like a crime. And I do think we're kind of pulling back from that, but you do have to be careful about how you approach people that you work with or strangers or whatever. You've got to be careful about that. But
Natasha, Kelly spitting facts had me rolling with wieners hanging out, and I'm looking at them.
You can't tell me that a bunch of dudes walking naked, you wouldn't look at the wieners. You would.
Oh, no, I turn away immediately.
That's not true.
It is true, Kelly. That's man code.
I'll let you have it because it's your birthday today, but any other day I would challenge you on that.
Spencer said, why do women stare at our gray sweats? Is that true?
At your gray sweats? I mean, you could throw on a pair of underwear, honestly. Like, you shouldn't be, like, free-balling it in gray sweats. That's all I'm going to say. It's really not a good look. It's not anything we're attracted to. Okay. I'd be more attracted if you were wearing underwear. Let's put it that way.
Will said, FYI, guys will pull over to take a picture of their odometer when it hits 80085.
Oh, boo.
So there's really no hope for us.
Eva says her husband of 10 years still stares at her boobs.
There you go.
Oh, I love that.
I bet you love it. Yeah. And Jim said, didn't Larry the Cable Guy once explain it? Once you've seen one pair of boobs, you want to see them all. And that sums it up.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
All right, the annual point-in-time count on unhoused residents in Franklin County is happening today. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. They're sending out 230 volunteers coordinated by the Community Shelter Board. They're sending them out this morning, looking for people who are staying in tents, who are living in their cars, in abandoned buildings, and in other areas. The counts are held in January across the nation and are a requirement in order to get support funding through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Last January, nearly 2,400 people were staying in shelters or on the streets in Franklin County, which was an all-time high, and we will get these current numbers later on this year. The House of Representatives on Wednesday gave final approval to the Laken-Riley Act. The bill requires that undocumented migrants charged with violent crimes be immediately detained and possibly deported. It is named for Laken Riley, the 22-year-old Georgia nursing student who was murdered by an undocumented migrant from Venezuela last year. 46 Democrats joined Republicans in voting for the bill. The Senate passed the bill Monday with 12 Democrats in favor, and President Trump is expected to sign it next week. All right, let's get a little bit into this Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni drama. I'm going to try to give you the short version here. Tomorrow we'll be speaking about this more at length and in more detail, but a quick timeline of events. Last summer, the movie It Ends With Us came out, starring Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Justin Baldoni was also the director of the movie, but we saw early on, even the promotion of the movie before it dropped, that there was something weird going on there. All the cast and the writer of the book It Ends With Us, Colleen Hoover, and of course Blake Lively, all unfollowed Justin Baldoni. He was not included in their promotion. He was doing separate promotion for the movie. Blake Lively, in the meantime, rather than the movie's about domestic violence, I didn't see it, but the movie's about domestic violence, but she, rather than talk about domestic violence at the promotion, she talked about her new hair care line. So everybody was like, oh, you suck. Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. And Justin Baldoni was talking about domestic violence. Right. So people were sort of on his side. Well, okay, so that sort of came and went. The movie dropped, and then we get to December 21st of this past year. Blake Lively, in a New York Times article, accuses Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment, detailed in a New York Times lawsuit. And then Justin Baldoni is dropped by WME, his management. So it's like, oh boy, the tides have turned. Now everybody's like against Justin Baldoni.
Just an accusation. That's all it took.
Right. Then on the 31st of December, Justin Baldoni sued the New York Times for defamation because of the article. January 17th, Justin Baldoni launched a $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, her husband.
And her PR manager.
So, he is basically suing them. He's basically suing them for putting out, for, what do you call it when you say something false about somebody? Libel, not libel, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I'm shooting from the hip here. Anyway, so that happened. And then Justin Baldoni's attorney started coming out and speaking about this case, basically saying, Blake Lively is a huge liar. We have all the receipts to prove it. And we will sue her and Ryan Reynolds into oblivion. That's what he said. We are suing them into oblivion for what they've done here to Justin Baldoni. Okay, so that happened. Then yesterday, Justin Baldoni's attorney says, hey, here's a video proving some of what Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni of. It proves that it's false. So we all watched this video. What is it, like an 11-minute video, something like that? And you can see that what Blake Lively said absolutely did not happen. The only reason she said it is she thought there was no sound in the video. Well, Justin Baldoni did record the video with sound and released it. Now, Justin Baldoni's attorney says, we're setting up a website so that you people can see every lick of evidence we have, and we have evidence to support everything Justin Baldoni is saying and refuting everything Blake Lively is saying. We're setting up a specific website for that so you, the public, can see what we can see. 2 seconds later, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds file with the court to get a gag order on this attorney. So that's where we stand right now. A gag order has been requested. Now, we're all hoping that this attorney gets this website up and running ASAP.
Yeah.
And if this does not smell of situation, yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad, but it smells of a Johnny Depp Amber Heard type juicy story that we may get to see in a courtroom. But if Blake Lively's smart, and I hope that Ryan Reynolds is smart as well, they will drop this thing like a hot potato, because everything they have claimed, we've seen evidence to the contrary of.
I mean, yeah, and
they look like liars. Yes. She looks like a mean girl. He looks like a bully, Ryan Reynolds. Mm-hmm. And Justin Baldoni is not sitting back here with guns a-blazing. He is fighting this thing tooth and nail. So, I don't know, man. It's pretty juicy. We'll talk a little bit more about it tomorrow, but sure cannot wait for that. Yes.
It says that what he's suing for is claims of civil extortion, defamation, and invasion of privacy.
Defamation is what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah. Invasion of privacy. Okay, yeah. I guess
because it's funny that they want a gag order now after it was her information that came out first about the specific scene in the video that they released yesterday.
Right.
Where she made these claims about what happened in that video because I don't think she knew there was audio that existed.
She had no idea. She said there's no audio.
There wasn't in the movie. They muted it, that video portion in the movie, but what they recorded had the audio in it.
Yes.
So it was there, and she's screwed, man. And this just proves what everybody's been saying about her and Ryan Reynolds to me.
Yeah.
That they're not very popular.
Well,
except for her dragons, and we'll get into that tomorrow.
Yeah, let's get into that tomorrow. Also, I want to say that the person who wrote the original book, It Ends With Us, Colleen Hoover, she yesterday deleted all her socials. So this thing's getting big. It's involving the public. It's involving TikTok. It's just huge. Yeah. And I am guessing that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are in an absolute panic mode right now.
$400 million is a lot of money.
Yeah. All right. Those are your three things.
They're going to lose some of it. I guarantee it. He's going to win, and he should. You can see it coming a mile away. Oh. All right. We do have your tickets to see Jet. They will be here with Band of Skulls on Saturday, June 7th. They're going to play Kimba Live. Tickets are going on sale tomorrow morning at 10 at AXS.com. If you would like a pair, you are listening this hour for Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter. That will play before 9 o'clock. When you hear it, be caller 9 at 1-800-821-9970, and we'll hook you up with a pair of tickets. We're at Sun Rising on the Morning Blitz. It's 8:22. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. We had some pretty nasty weather here, and there's still people out delivering in this nasty weather.
Yes, God bless you.
You think about these pizza delivery guys, and I know we talked about this last year. Do you tip extra when guys are delivering pizza and in bad weather like this? Well, there was a pizza delivery driver. His name is Connor Stefanoff. He's an employee at Rockstar Pizza in Indianapolis. All right. He recently went viral on social media after a video posted on TikTok showed him making deliveries through this snowstorm. Well, in this clip, which was posted by police officer Richard Craig, Stefanoff was on his way back from trekking a half mile through a snowstorm wearing nothing but sweatpants, a sweatshirt, and sneakers. That's all he had on. He couldn't drive to it because there was a school bus sideways in the road and it was closed, so he couldn't get through. But he was going to deliver that pizza, so he got out of his car and walked a half mile through this snowstorm.
Oh, my gosh. What a guy.
And this is as he's coming back, this police officer who's there because of the school bus starts talking to him.
You delivering a pizza, bro? For who?
Rockstar Pizza.
Rockstar Pizza. Look at this.
Hell yeah.
So if you never had Rockstar Pizza, look at this dude. I don't even know where he came from. What house? How far down?
All the way down there around the corner. not even in frame. It's up a hill, too.
Did you get a good tip?
$2.
Are you kidding me? $2. Look at this man. This man walked through hell and high water to deliver a pizza. And how much was it?
$40.
$40 and a $2 tip. Well, hey, keep your head up, man. Well done. That's dedication, man. Shout out to Rockstar Pizza, wherever they are.
I think he meant hell and high snow, but...
Oh, my God.
$2, Kelly. I want my $2.
I mean, that is obscene that you would have... Okay, now... To be fair, it wasn't their fault the bus was sideways.
No.
They didn't expect that. But that is literally...
Even if he drove to their door in that mess.
Yeah, are we not tipping 20% to people who drive in the snow to deliver us a pizza? That would have been $8 at the least.
It's a very, very nice neighborhood. They're always the worst. Why are they always the worst?
Because that's how they got rich.
Yep, being greedy.
Yes. Not everybody.
No,
I
not
don't want
everybody
to,
Not everybody.
But many people, I would assume. They say, I don't know who they are, but it's that there are no ethical billionaires. That you did not get there ethically.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they say.
I think you have to be ruthless to become a billionaire.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
You have cancer? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Health insurance declined.
I'll sell you a pill that'll cure it, though, for about $75,000.
Right. Not cure it. No. It'll just keep you alive long enough to buy more.
Yeah, I guess. All right. So after that exchange with Officer Richard Craig and Connor Stefanoff, Craig was so fired up that he went and got $15 out of his own wallet to give to Connor.
Okay, I love that. I love it.
That wasn't all. Listen to this. This is Craig, Officer Richard Craig, in his own video that he made after this.
I ran back to the car to give that man the cash that I had because that's the right thing to do. Like this man, for delivering a pizza, if you're the person that don't know, delivery drivers, what this young man just did, they're never required to do that. And when I turned the camera to show you this neighborhood, I'm at the top of the hill, right? That's his car that he drove. Parked up here at the top of the hill because there was a bus that was sideways. I mean, look at these homes. It's not like these people didn't have the money to tip that young man. Absolutely insane. Do better, folks. Do better, be better. Remember that, TikTok.
Oh, I love that. I love that the officer posted a video to TikTok.
Then he created a GoFundMe.
I love it.
For Connor.
Okay. Tell me what we did.
Well, he wanted to try to raise $500.
Okay.
For Connor. He thought that would be so awesome.
That really hit that cop in the heart.
It did, man.
What happened there. I love it.
It did. He wanted to raise $500. Well, they raised $27,000 for Connor
Excellent.
Stefanoff.
I love it.
And I know there's a delivery driver listening right now going, when the heck can that happen to me? And I don't know, man. I wish it would, though. When asked about how he felt about the generosity, Stefanoff told local ABC affiliate WRTV, I still don't believe it's real, but it is. Rockstar Pizza manager Ron Matthews says he knows firsthand of Stefanoff's dedication and praised his commitment to his job. Connor had no idea people were watching him, but he got out, walked it to the house, came back without any expectations.
Yeah, so you don't know what's going to happen when you go above and beyond.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it is excellent. That is very heartwarming. I love it. It's a perfect story on the day of your birth, Thick Rick.
Okay. That is Filter on the Morning Blitz. Hey, man, nice shot. The song you were listening for, your cue to call in to win tickets to see Jet, and that's what Slayson Walters from Marion did. He was caller number 9, so he has got tickets to see Jet with special guest Band of Skulls. They will be at Kimba Live Saturday, June 7th. Tickets will go on sale tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. at AXS.com. We'll have one more chance this week coming up tomorrow morning for you to win. So, Kelly, I told you I had the worst rated foods in the world.
Yes.
And I don't know if you will be willing to try any of these.
I generally really like good food, so probably not, but hit me.
Well, I think you'd probably be all right with this one. I'm going to start. I'm just going to go through the top 10.
Okay.
All right. and then I'll work my way up to number 1. You would probably do an artichoke salad.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love artichokes.
This is one in Greece, though. They boil the artichokes, obviously to make them tender. I like taking the leaves and dipping it in mayonnaise and then, sucking the meat off the leaf. That's good. That's really good. But they make them tender, and then they add lemon, mustard, garlic, and dill.
That's one of the worst foods in the world.
I know. Rated 2.2.
That sounds delicious.
I know. It even says it doesn't sound that gross, but the average rating is just 2.2 stars.
They must really do something wrong, because that sounds like a good salad.
All right. Well, how about sour curry made with fish entrails?
Nope. I told you I do not want anything to do with that part of an animal's body.
Internal organs, man. I've had sardines. They still have all that in there.
Yeah.
I like sardines. But this is a traditional dish in southern Thailand. All right. How about a ramen burger?
Okay. I'm afraid to say yes. What's in it? I love
exactly
ramen
what
and
you
I love
think.
burgers.
Yeah, it's the only American item that made the top 10. Chef in Brooklyn came up with it in 2013. It's just the bun is made of fried ramen noodle.
Oh, I'll try that.
I don't know. How is that like one of the worst rated foods? I gotta believe there's worse things than that.
But listen, have you ever bit into like raw ramen? Like the
raw? Yeah, not good.
Yeah, and it would hurt. Like I feel like it's going to cut up your gums at some point.
We don't. Do you think that's what it is? Like that? It's just like
said
the
fried.
brick?
It just feels like, how can that replace a bun? Is what I'm asking. It feels very awkward.
Yeah, that would, I guess.
But I would try it. I'd try it right this second.
All right, number 7, jellied eel.
Nope.
No, you're not interested in eel?
Not interested.
I would try eel.
Okay.
It's an old school street food in England, dates back to the 1700s. It says the flavor is described as unique and unpleasant.
Ugh.
So maybe I don't want to try it. I think the problem is it's jellied eel.
I feel like that's almost making my gag reflex snap into action, just hearing about it.
How about chapalele?
Okay, hit me.
Chilean bread made with potatoes and flour.
I'd eat it. I would eat that.
It might be bad.
I'd fix that for dinner.
Might taste terrible.
Sounds good.
I don't know. You're definitely not doing the deep-fried silkworms.
No.
Seasoned with salt and pepper, very popular in Thailand.
Oh, well, you didn't say they were seasoned with salt and pepper.
Very popular in Thailand.
Okay.
Svid. S-V-I-D. It's pronounced Svid.
Okay.
Half a sheep's head.
Nope.
Boiled and served with mashed potatoes. Traditional dish in Iceland. What? Are you kidding me?
Now, is it the sheep's head fish or is it a sheep's head? I wonder.
It doesn't say fish. No, because a sheep head fish is one word. This says sheeps with an apostrophe S.
Okay.
Sheeps. In fact, look, it says just a...
Yeah, I believe
just
you.
Just a half of, and then it's capitalized sheep's head.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not eating anything's head.
Why would you? I don't understand.
Like the people who get those whole fish on their plate with the eyeballs in them still. You've seen that.
Oh, yeah, you get that like walleye from the Chinese restaurant comes that way. It's really good, though. Ugh. You don't eat the eyeballs. You just eat the
I don't
want
to look at the eyeballs. I don't even want to remember that the thing had eyeballs.
All right, how about Calsgrove?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cal Scrote.
Oh, God.
Go on.
Cal, C-A-L, Scrove.
Okay. Cal Scrote. Okay, Cal Scrove.
I don't understand why this is on the list. A calzone stuffed with French fries and hamburgers, including the bun. It's like a hamburger and French fries stuffed in a calzone.
It's a lot of carbs.
It is, but I don't know why that would be the worst rated food.
I don't know. Maybe it's too many carbs. Maybe it's like I can't even enjoy any of it because I'm just trying to swallow all the bread.
I mean, it sounds like something we would come up with, but it's actually from a restaurant in Sweden. But I could see this like one of those minor league baseball food of the week or food of the game day things,
Yeah.
The calzone stuffed with a hamburger and fries. How about blood pult?
It does not sound appetizing.
Dumplings, and I don't know why, but they're made with reindeer blood. What is that?
Reindeer blood?
What?
That sounds inhumane.
This is Sweden and Finland.
Oh, I hate you guys. Going over there with reindeer blood. That does feel magic, though.
Right?
It feels like it might be full of magic.
I wonder what, I don't know. How about blood pancakes? Pancakes made with onions, spices, and again, reindeer blood.
What is going on with reindeer blood?
Again, Sweden and Finland. That's where it's popular. And that is the number one worst rated food with a 1.6 stars out of 5. That is crazy to me. The only other American food that made the top 25 was, how is this not in the top 10? Frog eye salad? Can't be real frog eyes, right?
Where's the rest of the frog?
That's in Utah at number 22.
What'd you do with the rest of the frog?
It's a pasta salad made with custard, Cool Whip, and canned fruit. No actual frog eyes.
Oh.
But that doesn't sound good. Pasta salad with custard, Cool Whip, and canned fruit?
No, that sounds horrifying.
Why is that?
You know what that sounds like? The 70s. That's what that sounds like.
Yes.
It sounds like a desperation move when you don't have anything for dinner.
All right, we got a few other American dishes in the top 100. Aren't you all about the tuna casserole?
Oh, I love tuna casserole. I love it.
That was number 73. At number 76 is chocolate-covered bacon.
Okay, that actually sounds tasty.
I love like the candied bacon. I don't know why I wouldn't like the chocolate-covered bacon. I mean, we always say everything's great if you add bacon.
Oh, the candied bacon is so good.
Bacon makes everything better.
Yeah.
You know. Chicken a la king. I'm trying to remember what that is. Isn't that like tuna casserole but with chicken? I don't know. I've never made chicken a la king.
I'm going to look it up real quick.
Yeah,
here.
do that.
Chicken a la king. Creamy, dreamy, and ready in 30 minutes. It's a great way to use leftover chicken or turkey. Green pepper and red pimentos make this pretty dish to serve at Christmas or any time. Serve over cooked rice, toast, or noodles. So it just looks like butter, some mushrooms, a green bell pepper. We have flour, salt, black pepper, milk, chicken bouillon. It sounds like a creamy chicken sort of dish over rice.
Okay.
It looks really gross. I mean, it looks like so... The color of it is weird. The color of it's weird, but it sounds good.
All right. And then chicken riggies is a pasta dish with roots. With roots. Comes from upstate New York. No Mexican food made the cut. Not even tacos de hoyo or eyeball tacos. What? Okay.
Do you
I don't know.
remember-
There's only one Canadian dish on the list is boiled fiddleheads. What the heck is that? Man, there's some weird foods.
You're reminding me of like the old-timey
Yeah.
Chinese food that we used to eat like back in the day, like egg foo young and chop suey. Remember chop suey?
Oh,
Everybody
yeah,
was eating
chop suey's
chop
good.
suey. Does that still exist?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I just
Chop
remember-
suey and chow mein.
chow mein, chicken chow mein.
That's all. That stuff's really all the same, but it depends on whether you're using white rice, if it's white rice, or it's the hard noodles. You know, so that the noodles are what changes that from like chop suey to
Okay, but
chow
I'm just
mein to,
thinking of like the canned chop suey from La Choy. Remember
Yes,
that?
yes,
Do people eat that? Are we still eating that?
Probably.
It's probably good.
I know my grandmother used to make it.
Okay.
Yeah. La Choy chop suey, yes.
La Choy chop suey,
I remember it
baby.
very well.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
always in our cabinets.
Yeah.
I just care. Is there something, Kelly, that everybody loves but you don't like it? Like it's just like everybody eats this.
Probably.
You know,
I'd have to give it a
because for
couple
me,
seconds of
it's
thought.
really just liver and onions and Brussels sprouts are about the only two things. That
I feel like those are
really-
roundly hated, though. I don't.
Yeah, I know. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I can't think of something that everybody says is amazing, and I'm like, no.
Now, I will say that I don't like anything that's really big, like an oversized meatball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anything that's that big because all I can think of is your grubby hands packing that together and putting it in sauce back in a kitchen that I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
So I don't like any oversized foods. That grosses me out.
That's why I always wear plastic gloves in the kitchen.
Yeah. Like, no offense, because I do like buca de beppo. I just won't eat the meatballs because they're too big. They are too big.
All right. Well, I
yeah.
just curious, you guys. You know, if there's something like everybody eats it except you. Corn on the Morning Blitz, 8:53. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. We're talking about these bizarre foods around the world, and I was just curious, what kind of food does everybody else like that you don't like? And Rob said he doesn't like gravy at all. No biscuits and gravy, turkey and gravy, none of it. Man, like sausage, gravy, and biscuits.
I kind of get that. I don't really ever use gravy if it's offered.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I understand, like, gravy on turkey and chicken and stuff, but what, like, gravy that's made with meat, like sausage, gravy, and biscuits?
Yeah, no? I would never order that in a million years.
Man. Oh, I loved it. TJ's, the Barnyard Buster, you had the biscuits with eggs, fried potatoes, and then sausage gravy poured over the whole thing. Oh, it's just amazing.
I don't like ham. Now, I do like pork sausage.
Okay.
So it's not a pig thing, but I don't like a ham, like a honey-baked ham. I cannot look at a ham. It grosses me out to see a whole ham. Oh, gosh.
Okay, well, Jamie Bias is with you, but not only that, Jamie says my list goes on and on, but just to name a few, I don't like sausage, ham, bacon, turkey, bologna. Jamie, you maybe you're vegan.
Or coffee, she says.
Oh,
she doesn't like coffee.
Well, you know what? I know people who don't like coffee.
Okay, all
right.
right.
My son-in-law does not drink coffee.
We were talking about chop suey last break, so Jeff Riedling is really wanting to hear chop suey now. System.
What are century eggs, Keith from Galleon?
Century eggs?
Century eggs. I don't even know what those are.
I'm looking it up.
Right. Thanks for the birthday wish, Bart. Appreciate that.
They're also known as alkalized or preserved eggs, are a Chinese egg-based culinary dish made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls for several weeks.
Yeah, I'm good.
To several months.
I'm good. There's plenty of other things for me to eat. Travis said chicken and dumplings. The dumpling has the texture of a wet, uncooked biscuit. Why do people like this? I don't know. If dumplings are made right, they can be really good.
Yeah.
You know. Chinese restaurants know how to make good dumplings.
Yeah.
I feel like. So. All right. What is that? When we were talking about the... okay. So Goose asked, because we were talking about these weird foods from around the world, is it balut?
Yeah.
Balut. Why didn't balut make the cut? Is a duck egg with a baby duck embryo inside in the Philippines?
Yeah, that's vile. That is vile.
Oh, yuck. All right. Lisa said fiddleheads, because these were on the list. That was the one thing from Canada. Fiddleheads are greens that are curled up, and it tastes like asparagus. Okay. I would try that.
Have you ever had kimchi? I love kimchi.
I have not.
It's so good, but I don't eat it often enough for my stomach to be accustomed to it, so it always is a bad after experience. But eating kimchi, I absolutely love. It's like a Korean food. It's a fermented type situation. I love kimchi, but a lot of people don't like it.
We have Texas. Coffee is yucky. Well, I don't drink it for the taste. I drink it for the caffeine, and that's why I have to add cream and sugar to mine.
Coffee is yucky. That's why we have Starbucks, to make it a coffee and not coffee.
See, I don't like Starbucks.
Oh, you said you've never been to Starbucks.
Oh, I've gotten their coffee from the store. They sell their coffees.
Now, I will agree with you. Their coffee, I will drink it, but it tastes kind of burnt.
Yes,
the beans taste burnt.
Yes.
But that's why you load that bad boy up with all kinds of whole milk or oat milk, a ton of sugar, all types of syrups, whipped cream, and then you can drink a coffee. You'll love it.
All right, and one final text, this one from Chris. Oh, thank you, Robert. Chris said, don't get me started on that Barnyard Buster. Every time after the Newport, we'd hit that spot at Morris Road and High Street and get that Barnyard Buster. Oh, many, many nights after the Al Rosa Villa, we were at TJ's for a Barnyard Buster.
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
Amazon is investing $5 billion into new data centers southwest of Columbus in Fayette County. The company's purchased nearly 600 acres of land on 2 parcels near I-71 in the Jeffersonville area. Construction expected to begin soon. These centers, which will take up nearly square mile of land, will create 100 jobs. And these data centers are ugly as hell. So enjoy that, Jeffersonville. We sympathize with you in Licking County. Nashville police say a female student was killed in a shooting yesterday at Antioch High School. A second student suffered what police described as a grazing wound, and then the shooter took his own life. Police identified the murdered student as 16-year-old Jocelyn Escalante. Gunman identified as 17-year-old student Solomon Henderson. The shooting took place in the cafeteria. and police now are trying to find a motive, looking at the shooter's internet presence, etc. White Lotus Season 4 has officially been greenlit by HBO, with production set for next year. Now, it's unclear where the fourth season will take place or whether any cast members will return. But creator showrunner Mike White has already pitched ideas to the HBO and Max chief. So we are getting ready for Season 3 to drop of White Lotus. This one stars Natasha Rothwell, who played the spa manager Belinda on Season 1. Now, Jennifer Coolidge, who played Tanya McQuad, she was really rich, and remember, she offered Belinda the chance to open her own spa. And Belinda was so counting on it. And of course, she got completely screwed by Tanya McQuad, who got all wrapped up in her own thing. So this Season 3 also stars Parker Posey, Walton Goggins, Leslie Bibb, Jason Isaacs, Michelle Monaghan. It is set in Thailand. Of course, we know that Tanya... I don't want to spoil Season 2 if nobody's seen it. But we know that definitely Jennifer Coolidge is not back. But we'll see. I guess that was a spoiler in and of itself.
Well, look, once a show's been over for a year, you know, you can't really...
I was so bummed. I tell you, I can watch Jennifer Coolidge every season of The White Lotus. I could watch her always. Yeah. I loved that character, too. It was so good. Anyway, very excited about that. Also, if you are into Severance, which I am please begging you to watch it, Thick Rick, because I need someone to talk to on Season 2.
I told you, I got to get through Season 1 again. It's just been too long. I have to.
So where are we at on the list? And when is that coming up on your list to rewatch? Probably down at the bottom, are you thinking?
Well, you mean Season 2?
Season 1.
Oh, no, I want to be done with Season 1 and watching Season 2 by the time Season 2 finishes airing live.
Oh, okay. So I'll have to wait till the end of the season before I can talk to you about it?
I mean, you know, I don't mind starting a couple weeks before the finale.
Yeah.
And if I have to wait a couple days for the finale, no big deal. I don't mind that. I just don't want to start and wait and go week after week after. Doesn't it drive you nuts waiting?
A little bit, but what drives me more nuts is I have nobody to talk to about Season 2 of the show. That drives me really crazy. Like, I have so much to say and nobody to talk to with it. So, listen, if you have seen it and are watching it in real time, would you please friend me on Facebook? Because I really, literally need somebody to talk to about this.
I love it.
All right, those are your 3 things.